Vote Angela Flynn for Congress.
So I decided to look a few things up, and I saw Angela Flynn, and I'm like, oh, she's okay. She's running for some district. That's my first impression. So I'm like, oh, District 6, okay, North Carolina. I was like, oh, North Carolina, okay. Look a few things up. So I did a little Ecosia searching and found, the .gov site and some other things. I had like 6 tabs open. So yeah, District 6 of North Carolina. So what does that entail? First, this is the Wikipedia page. And I am not, there's a picture of her and her Twitter where you can reach her and whatnot. I'll be putting other stuff about her down in the description below so that you can, click and view a lot of this other stuff, because I'm not going to go over everything. I'm just going to kind of sparse over things. But, and also I'll include why I'm even advocating for her. Right now, let's see, North Carolina's 6th congressional district is located in north central portion of the state and borders Virginia. As a result of, I'm going to just chop this out and just say gerrymandering. Following the 2010 census, the district was shifted northward by the redistricting committee of the North Carolina Senate. So, gerrymandering. The 6th district include from then until 2015 portions, and it goes over, it mentions Guilford, Alamance, Durham, Granville, Orange counties, and all of Caswell, Person, Rockingham, Surrey, and Stokes counties. The district is represented by Mark Walker, a Republican. He has held the position since 2015. That's a long time. And hey, right now, Republican is a red state as it is. But this also, I want to also include the counties. It's basically all of Alamance County, Caswell County, Chatham County, Lee County, Person County, Randolph County, Rockingham County, and portions of Guilford County. That's a lot. So she is running for Congress, North Carolina's 6th congressional district. And okay, so what is she? Obviously, she's in the progressive realm. I'm not going to call her full on progressive, but in the progressive realm. This is what I read first before I get on to why I would definitely vote for her if I can. And if not, definitely donate. I'm definitely going to donate to her. And I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why after I read this. Now, on her page, I want to scroll to the bottom. I'm going to look at that first. And this is not on your screen. I'm just doing this. And it says, support Angela Flynn for Congress. So it's a nice picture of her. Honestly, personally, I'm like, that's a cute picture. She's at a bridge, got the jacket slung over her shoulder. She's looking onward, and it's a nice picture. And it says, I pledge not, now there's some nuance, and I'm going to call things out as they are. I pledge not to take contributions over $200 from oil, gas, and coal industry executives, lobbyists, or PACs, and instead prioritize the health of our families, climate, and democracy over fossil fuel industry profits. Okay, look, you break that down real quick. She pledged not to take contributions over $200 from basically big donors and lobbyists. So she's going to take money from lobbyists, but it won't be much money. That concerns me. I'm like, well, how, can't be. That's why I say she's in that progressive area because of other things. But that's alarming, okay? It is. Let's not get it twisted. So, next to it, I think this is the personal thing she wrote. As a woman of faith, a minister and mother, Angela's calling is to serve her community, advocate for the less fortunate, and promote the rights of all people. That means establishing accessible, affordable health care, assuring all workers a just wage, lowering taxes for working families, and protecting our land, air, and water for future generations. For me, that's good, but I'd rather do all that stuff for this and future generations. Just throwing it out there. There was room to add it. Just throwing it out there. That's how I would have worded it. Because I want to live. I do. But also it's the sort of cliche rhetoric of talking about future families, children, and those type of hackneyed things that politicians, and general public fall into, that they say often without thinking about it. And someone in that area like me, I'm going to really hear that. But what she never said was access to anything. That's a big plus for me. She never said access. Now, her slogan right now up here, I guess it's her slogan. It says "Real people, real issues," and I get the whole thing. I get I get it. All right, but I've heard it for so many years. Is more like, it's almost that voter repellent stuff to hear. It's almost like the no true Scotsman fallacy kind of talk. It sounds a little special. It sounds like it's not inclusive. But listen to this. Gun control. You're going to like this. Because Congress has refused to enact sufficient background checks or restrict civilian access to military-grade weapons, we've created an environment where real people cannot go about their everyday lives without fear, which is true. Angela supports universal background checks and a ban on civilian ownership of military-grade weapons, and I am absolutely all for that. That's extremely important. That's a plus for me, because I'm gonna tell you, this is some years ago. We go to a China all-you-can-eat buffet thing, and in there is it's an open carry state, so. This dude walks in, he's there, and his gun is right there on his hip. And while it's in a holster, it's not belted down. I mean, if my daughter was like unruly, she could have just grabbed it and pulled it out. No problem. If he does the wrong thing, it could slip out, fall out. No problem. If he gets annoyed or frustrated with something, and he gets angry enough, he would most likely use it. Those are the things I thought about within 2 seconds when I saw it. That's scary. And no, it was a handgun, but a gun nonetheless. I don't want guns around my food. I don't want guns around me. I don't want guns around my woman. I don't want guns around my kid. I don't want guns around other people when they're just trying to enjoy their food, just in general. So that's great. I'm all for that. The environment. She calls out our major only company, basically. Duke Energy made a ton of money making and selling electricity in our state, while leaving behind their waste and to pollute our land and our water. It says Angela will make companies factor in the cost of cleaning up their mess as part of their cost of doing business, so real people don't have to pay to clean up after them. I am all for that. Great. Perfect. Leave it at that and follow through. I think she will, because I'll be honest with you, being one of faith and a minister, she's got to put on that face. She says it, she must follow through with it. Thus, she would look like a liar. So I'm trusting this. And this is coming from an atheist. Keep that in mind. Now, healthcare. Right now, real people in North Carolina and across the country can't afford to pay to see a doctor. They can't afford medication they need. They can't afford insurance. Rural hospitals are closing, leaving people with even fewer choices. This is immoral. Angela believes it is essential that the U.S. find a way to provide health care for every citizen, regardless of their employment status, age, or income. It's not just the rich who deserves to be healthy. She didn't use access. Beautiful. Whoever, if she wrote this or someone else is writing it for, they're not using those voter repellent words in my mind, using the word access. Because we've all got access to it. We just can't afford it to use it. So healthcare, good. Environment, good. Gun control, good. all that good. And this might be another part of her slogan, a Democratic voice for North Carolina, because this is a red state. And I think I'll read this again because it's slightly worded different. As a woman of faith, a minister, and a mother, Angela is focused on her attention for 20 years on serving her community, advocating for the less fortunate, and promoting the rights of all. Now she's ready to go to D.C. and do the same. I'm liking her, honestly. I'm liking her. And now, here's what made me just be like, she got me. She got me. I'm on her side in terms of any tribal things and whatnot. It ain't like I can't be lost, but right now she got me. I read all this and I was like, okay, I'm going to see if she does something different. All right. So on Twitter, I, at Flynn for Congress, it's right there on your screen anyway. I wrote, question, seeing that you will take no big donor money during the campaign, will you begin taking in large donations once elected? I was just curious. And this contradicts positively, there are positive contradictions, what's on her page. Now, I don't know if this is a cognitive dissonance, or she's evolved on the issues or whatnot, or just evolved in rhetoric only. But she responded to me. She says, I will not be accepting money from corporate PACs now or in the future. I believe campaign finance reform is a huge issue that must be addressed. My conscience won't allow me to benefit from something I believe is terrible for our electoral process. Awesome. I'm like, wow. Okay. Wow. Now, why does that get me? Because she responded. Alejandra Ocasio-Cortez, I sent her maybe 10 or 12 tweets. I've sent her campaign about 5 emails, one really long one at first, and then 4 subsequent ones. Not one response. However, in my email and in Twitter message, they ask for donations. So they won't respond to me, but they'll ask for my money. That is a deal breaker. I cannot be an Alejandra fan, I just can't be a fanatic. Can't do it. I just don't see her as that. I mean, yeah, she can, she's going to own people with her rhetoric and, whatnot. She'll do that well, but I'm just not that on board with her. You don't ask money from somebody and then say, I'm not going to respond to you. Then don't respond to them and then say, give me money. So right now, Angela hasn't asked me for anything. She responded to me. I'm a would-be voter or would-be donor. I'm just a dude. And she responded. So that is brilliant to me. I suggest everyone running for Congress, mayor, governor, anything, school board, police chiefs, I don't care. I suggest you follow Angela Flynn's example. Respond to people who are sending you messages. A simple reply can do a lot. As right now, I'm doing this video. I'm advocating for her. I'm advocating that you donate to her. Go to her website. It'll be in the description below. Donate. If it's $1, 50 cents, it don't matter. Just donate something, because if we don't help these states turn from red to at bottom barrel least purple, because burgundy is not acceptable. It's got to be a 50-50. We got to turn them and closer to blue as possible, and then bright blue, because centrist ain't making it. And I don't think Angela Flynn is a centrist. I don't think she's a liar. I don't think she's out for corporations. I think she's trying to do the best thing in the way that she can. And I support something like that. I suggest all of you do too. If you can support her. And if you know someone in your district or near it, or in your state in general, in your state that's running for Congress or anything like that, if you can, do a little research, donate to them, talk to them. And if they respond, all the better, that's what I ask. So Angela Flynn, you've got, if it changes, you've got my vote. If I can vote for you, you got it. Definitely what I make on Medium, I'm going to donate to her. Not all of it. The things I'm saving up for, but she's definitely going to get some money from me. It's going to be $5 or more. That's just it. So spread the word. Donate to her if you can. She might not be in your state, might not be in the county, if in the state. But there's one person that's in the state that can help turn it closer to blue. And hopefully we can turn this state into a bright blue one. Because it's not fun. It's not fun what I see going around. And I think she wants to help change it. So I'm going to help her best way I can. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.